most respected the chief guest, most respected special guest, respected director, Learning Resource Center, Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, respected principals, students of our prestigious Kamadeva College of Education, in collaboration with the Learning Resource Center of Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, TNTVU, Asia's first university exclusively for teacher education established by Government of Tamil Nadu. We are truly honored by the gracious presence of our chief guest, Dr. Indu Madam, a renowned academician. Madam is currently serving as the registrar of one of the greatest institutions in India, also in the world, the great Avinash Lingam Institute of Institute for Home Science and Higher Education for Women, Coimbatore, with over 28 years of experience. I am right, am I right? 28, more than 28 years of experience in teacher education. Madam has achieved a lot, mentored many scholars, authored several books, and her contribution in teacher education, particularly inclusive education and special education. So, Madam is the most appropriate person to inaugurate this conference. So, thank you very much, Madam, for accepting our invitation. Despite your busy schedule, we are privileged to have you with us today. I am also delighted to welcome Dr. Mahendran Maniyam, Professor, Department of Applied Linguistics and Teacher Education from Sultan Idris Education University, Malaysia. Sir has rich experience in teaching English as well as education. He is well known for his research in second language and particularly mother tongue interference. Actually, though he had initially planned to join with us in person today, due to some unavoidable circumstances, Sir will be delivering his keynote address online. So we are truly honored, truly grateful by his virtual presence today. I am happy to welcome Professor Dr. Viswanatha, an eminent educationist and researcher. Sir has served in various key roles at NCRT New Delhi, including former principal of RI Ajmer, Regional Institute of Education Ajmer, and CMAT, Director of CMAT, CMAT, Andhra Pradesh, and Sir is currently associated with the Regional Institute of Education, Nellore campus. So his valuable contributions to teacher education, research, curriculum development are well known. So thank you, sir, for being here with us today. We are truly honored, sir. I warmly welcome our Madam Joint Secretary, who is constantly guiding us with their valuable support. I am also glad to welcome Dr. U. Pandian, my friend, the Director of Learning Resource Center of Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, which has extended its full support and joined hands in collaboration to make this conference possible. So, once again, I welcome you all. Thank you.
For inviting me here. Most respected dignitaries, the Chairman of Kamadeva Education Trust, the Joint Secretary of Kamadeva Education Institutions, respected principal of Kamadhenu College of Education, and most respected Professor Dr. Vishwanatha sir, and respected Dr. Pandian sir, the Director of Learning Resource Center TNTU, and dear organizing committee members and my dear delegates. It's an honor always to address this esteemed gathering on a matter that transcends the borders and shapes the very foundation of our future, that is aptly selected, titled The Global Challenges in Teacher Preparation. As a teacher educator, I know how much challenges we are facing in teacher education preparation. And to start with, let me take you a little to an ancient period first, and then we'll come back. We are part of a nation that has placed immense value on educators referred to as gurus. We know Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So I should start with that. Guru Brahma. Brahma is considered to be the creator. So Guru was considered to be the creator. He is the person who creates lot of the hidden potentials are brought out of the students, and he helps for the creation of new ideas and a new personality. Guru Vishnu. Vishnu is considered to be the preserver. So Guru's role is to preserve your good behavior, your ideals and all those things. And third one is Guru Devo Maheshwara. Maheshwara is usually connected with destroying something. That doesn't mean that we have to destroy our students. What should we destroy then? We should destroy the ignorance of the students. Even Guru, the word itself is that, Gu and Ru. Gu stands for darkness and Ru stands for removal. So one who removes the darkness doesn't mean the other darkness. Here the darkness refers to the ignorance. So one who removes the ignorance is considered to be a Guru. Anyone who removes the ignorance of another person can be considered as a Guru. Guru Sakshat. Guru is the direct embodiment of the divine, the God. And Parabrahma, Guru is Supreme Brahman, the ultimate reality. And Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Salutations to that glorious Guru. So at this juncture, I like to salute my own Gurus, my own teachers, my own parents, who are my first Gurus, for making me what I am today. So always we have to be thankful to our parents, and we should be thankful to the Gurus who have molded us. So such a great role they were playing, and we need to play. In India, we express this sentiment through a phrase, Acharya Devo Bhava. You have to consider your Guru as, or your teacher as a God. So such a respect we have to give to the Guru. Whether we are doing it in this era, that's a question. But still, it was like that for many years. Within our ancient customs, Guru was not a mere instructor. They were playing pivotal role in shaping the lives of the students, as well as they were moral leaders and educators, and they were serving as guiding lights for many people. So teaching in those times was not considered as a profession at all. It's not for getting money, salary, nothing. It was considered as a noble duty. It was a dharma. Teacher was having that particular, they should have that in their mind if they are a teacher. It was not for any material gain. High moral character, vast knowledge and discipline were the essential qualifications of a teacher. It's not only in those era, even now we have to be like that. We should have a clear knowledge about the content, the subject. We should be disciplined, and also moral character is very, very important for a teacher, because you are the role models before the students. It's very important. So we have some restrictions also to behave in a society, but still it's enjoyable. And if I look into all these things by drawing upon the texts such as the Vedas, Upanishads, Buddhist scriptures, Jain literature, Arthashastra and classical works in Sanskrit as well as in Tamil, we can see that teaching was given such a profound importance, and the insights, they were giving lot of insights into pedagogy, ethics, values and the holistic development of the students. So while we talk about that, we know that there were no formal institutions like this for training teachers in ancient period. Now we have the training institutions, but at that time there was no B.Ed college or M.Ed or such college of education for training the gurus, but they have to master the Vedas, Upanishads, then the Shastras, then they have to learn the philosophy, they have to learn Nyaya, the logic, Vyakarna, the grammar, Ganita, the mathematics, all those they have to learn, and they have to demonstrate self-control, patience and empathy and be lifelong learners. So even though there was no such separate institutional training for such teachers, teachers were prepared thoroughly, a rigorous preparation was happening. How? Long periods of study under gurus in Gurukula. They have to be there. Observational studies. They used to observe how the teacher was, how the guru was, and participating in different discussions with guru, assisting the gurus, and gradually they will take on the responsibility as a teacher. Not with 1 year experience or 1 year or 2 years, courses or programs. They were with the guru for a longer period and slowly they gained all those qualities. It was how the teachers were molded in those times. So our NEP 2020, if you look, we could see that all these are somewhere connected here and there, and they are well aligned with these policies, and whatever we are doing now are aligned with the NEP 2020's vision. What's that vision? Education system that is Indian in spirit and global in relevance. So that's the vision of NEP 2020 regarding teacher education. And now we could see that across the world, we could see education systems are undergoing drastic and rapid transformations and changes, and we can see the technological advancements, the societal needs are being changed, more and more demand for the inclusive, equitable and quality education. All these are happening, and what happens immediately? These are all reflected on the expectations on the teacher. So we should also be in that speed, in that pace. Even though these expectations are soaring out like anything, do you think that the teacher preparation that's happening is supporting you to face such challenges? It's a question mark. Whether we are doing everything that helps us to become Pakka teacher educators for the new Gen Z people, are we? It's a question mark, isn't it? So the first challenge that I used to feel is the gap between the theoretical aspects and the practical aspects. If you see the curriculum of B.Ed, there is internship, there are practicals, I agree. But do we concentrate more on that or on the different papers that you learn? Most of you may be B.Ed graduates or maybe M.Ed students or maybe teachers in teacher education institutions. I'm right? Yes. So look into the gap between the theoretical aspects and the practical aspects. There are certain institutions which are giving more and more experience in practicals, but majority of the institutions are content based or theoretical based, and you learn different things, the different theories of psychology, the different theories in the different existentialism, the philosophies and other things, but do you use it in your classroom? That's the question. You learn a lot of learning theories, if I'm right, personality theories. Do you apply it directly in the classroom? Certain things at times, not always. That's why I told there is a gap between the theory and the practice, the teacher preparation programs. And another one is we often get disconnected from the reality of today's diverse classrooms. I've seen my own B.Ed students. We give rigorous micro-teaching training and all those trainings are given. But still, when they go to the school, they are perplexed. They'll be coming back with a lot of complaints. Ma'am, these students are like this. The teachers are like that. The mentors are like that. They are not helping us. What should we do, ma'am? So what training we have given in the institution is not enough for them. So they find it very difficult. They are underprepared for the realities of the real classroom. So it's a challenge that we have to take into account. And the second thing that I want to say is a widening gap between the teacher preparation and the evolving demand of the classrooms. We know that all classrooms are heterogeneous in nature. We don't have a homogeneous classroom. There are diverse learners in the classroom. What do you mean by diverse learners? Yes, they may have different culture, they may have different language, they may be from different socio-economic background. If you take the bell curve, the normal probability curve that you are all familiar with, whoever falls in the plus and minus 1 sigma away are diverse. Anything you plot, you will get a normal distribution curve. So when you take this normal distribution curve, within the minus 1 sigma to plus sigma, the center part is actually the average students. They are the normal population. Whoever is moving out, maybe positive, that is above average or below average, they are diverse learners. Their needs are different. Their way of the teaching methodology has to change for them. But we always concentrate on the center part, the average one. So it's very, very important for the teacher candidates to know about the diverse learners. That's very important. You should identify the diverse learners in your class. Maybe the diversity, as you told, it may be based on those factors, or it may be based on the intelligence, or maybe the aptitude for teaching. Some people doesn't like teaching, but the parents push them to the B.Ed course. I know many students, many of my students. And somehow they will adjust. They will struggle like anything for the first year or maybe the first semester. Slowly they will think, even I am a living example for that. After completing my MSc Physics, I was actually for the PhD in Physics, but my father, who was a teacher educator, he was very strict and he told, no, you have to do B.Ed first. And I was then on strike for 1 week in my home. I don't want this, I want the Physics PhD. But he told, you have to do this because this is a professional course which gives you food. Even if you are in India or in any place, it helps for a profession. So we have to be very happy that we have taken a noble profession. But once I started learning this philosophy, psychology and everything, I was thinking, oh, it's very easy when compared to MSc Physics, why don't I do this? And to be frank, I started loving teaching, I had a passion towards teaching, and MAd, no one asked me to apply. I got an application form and applied, and only because of that B.Ed and MAd I am here today. So, you should not blame your parents. They have taken the right decision. I used to say to my father, you took the right decision, Appa. So, never think that B.Ed is not good. And B.Ed helps us in multifarious developments. We have different phases of development when you do your B.Ed. You know psychology, you know philosophy, you know technology, you know administration, you know evaluation, what not. Any other subject, they will have only that specialization. But we know many things, right? So it's a very great idea to have B.Ed and M.Ed. And so I am talking about this diversity. Diversity, I told you, may be on the basis of intelligence or attitude, your aptitude, etc. And even idea diversity is there. Different ideas in the class, different people with different ideas. And here comes the importance of diversifying pedagogy. Here is where you have to incorporate various methods of teaching. Do we do that? That's a question. We learn many things. There are lot of strategies of teaching. Maybe starting with brainstorming, or it may be the round robin brainstorming, or it may be fishbowl technology or gallery walk. Lot of strategies are there, and constructivistic strategies, collaborative learning strategies, cooperative learning strategies, all these are there, and all these we learn in theory. Do we use these learning strategies in the classroom is a question mark. So when you write your lesson plans, we go with the Herbartian lesson plans. That's the old one. Okay, accepted. It's a basic thing. We have to know the basics. But nowadays, in certain classrooms, it won't work out well. It's a base. But you have to think of some other constructivistic lesson plans like 5E or 7E lesson plans, and even you have to change the lesson plans according to the subjects. And what is happening in the lesson plan? Do you write it with happiness? Ma'am has asked to write 20 lesson plans. What should I do? I should write. Okay, let me go on writing. Do you put your heart into it? I am going to teach a new group of students. So what are the things that I could make in the classroom so that they are very happy, they will listen to me? For that you are planning. Do you take the lesson plans like this? After long experience I am talking this. I know my students, I have seen many of my students struggling with this lesson plan. Why should I write a lesson plan? Ma'am, can't I go directly and teach? We can. When you write something, when you plan something, it becomes more systematic. It's It's the base of these lesson plans. And moreover, you will think of different instructional materials, you will think of different teaching strategies, at which point what strategy has to be used. This concept can be taught with a particular teaching material. Just like that, you can plan well. So it's very important that all those theory that you are learning should be applied in your practicals. That's very important. As teacher educators, we have to take that responsibility. We have to teach our B.Ed students, we have to teach our M.Ed students how these could be learned and how it could be applied in the real classrooms. That's very important. Second one, the challenge is actually, there is a global concern regarding the equity and access to quality teacher education. We face disparities across the nation when we consider the quality of teacher training. Not only nation, if you take a global sense, again. While some nations are boasting that they are having the most advanced teacher education systems, there are many other nations and many other states struggling with under-resourced institutions, inadequate mentorship, and limited professional development. For example, Finland's teacher education program is considered to be one of the best among the world. Because they combine rigorous academic training with practical experience and also a deep commitment to the inclusive education too in Finland. And it leads with deeply integrated, especially research-informed practices. They don't take the textbooks as such. They do a lot of researches, and based on that, research outcomes are taken for preparing the teachers. So that's good. This is not happening in many of the institutions here. Some institutions are there, exceptions are there. RIE Mysore and such institutions are very old. They are doing lot of practices, even the way of teaching, everything I have noted, it's totally different from what other colleges of education are doing. So we have to look into it. So it is the country, if you take USA, they are more of technology. They give importance to the learning management systems, then artificial intelligence, the virtual classrooms, the virtual reality, VR, AR, augmented realities, and teacher candidates are actually trained for the hybrid and online learning environment. Lot of discussions on digital equities are happening in US. And also they have a strong focus on teachers for diverse classrooms because they make the special education courses and multicultural education mandatory for every institution for training the students. We are also, after post-NDP, we are giving more importance, is getting a momentum, this inclusiveness and everything. But still it was there even before. But we are just in the basic level. We are not in the advanced level of inclusiveness. So we are in the basics of inclusive practices and special needs education, which also has to be taken care of in the teacher preparation programs. Then we all know we are moving through a rapid change in the technology. The pace is very fast, it's very, very fast, and it's posing both challenge as well as opportunities. Technology is helping us, and sometimes it's posing us some challenges too. So while the digital tools that you are talking about can revolutionize the classroom, many teacher candidates lack literacy. There are many tools, many tools. Are we aware of all the tools? Maybe a handful. Thanks to COVID that we are able to work with Google Classroom, Zoom and Microsoft Teams and other things. Otherwise, even then we won't study those things. No other way, we all were exposed to that and we had to learn, and slowly we are into the digital aspects too. So a lot of blended learning, then flipped learning, all those things we have to use in the classroom. We learn this. Are we using it? That's a question mark again. So technology, that is another aspect. Then most important thing is, I was having a lot of cut shorting because of the lack of time I could see. The next one is the mental health and resilience among the students. That's very, very important. Building resilience, helping the students to face the stress, the burnouts, the depression, the problems in the classroom is very, very important. I've seen many of my students coming back after internship giving a lot of descriptions. Ma'am, it was terrible, ma'am, and I had all tensions. The students were coming, they lose their weights after the internships because they are fighting with the students in the school. And one who has completed the B.Ed will agree with this. But certain student teachers are lucky, they have good classrooms and good mentors there. And Sometimes they'll say, ma'am, I have planned for certain diversifying pedagogies in the class, but my mentor says no, complete the portions and you move out. So even when they think of putting something in the real classrooms, they're not allowed. And this causes a kind of mental tension among the students. At that time, who should be there to help them? The teacher educators. Whenever we come, but we will say, you just adjust with them, don't create a problem please. Every year we have to send the students to those schools, so please don't make such problems. You adjust. Adjusting is okay, that's also a part of our life, that's there. But at times, it's not so. So it's very important that when we become a teacher in the school, you have to take this in your mind. When the student teachers come to your school, you have to mentor them. Whenever they have the problem, you help them. And if they are coming out with new strategies and new types of, methodologies, you have to appreciate them, be with them, learn from the new technologies that they are taking. Then we can also grow. So that growth mindset is very much needed for the teachers. Then it will reflect on the student teachers. And so the student teachers need extra support from the teacher educators as well as from the mentors in the school. That is very much needed. We know teaching profession is intellectually rewarding, but I know it's emotionally demanding. You have to be emotionally intelligent if you want to become a good teacher. Cognitive intelligence is on one side, but a teacher needs emotional intelligence. You may have a lot of academic pressures, your performance anxiety, and the responsibility of managing, I told you, the diverse classrooms. So, for that, you should be trained. That's another challenge the teacher education, the teacher preparation programs need to take. Even in the curriculum, even though this mental health, counseling, psychology, or everything in the educational psychology, I don't think it's being properly implemented. It's not being helping the student teachers to understand how to tackle the problems. If you have action research, even in that, even case study, all those things are there. But still, how far it's being implemented exactly is a question. That's a challenge. So, more of hands-on experience, more of practicals will make this challenge, the gap could be closed. That's what I feel. And for that, you have to be encouraged. Even a peer supporting group should be there. They will be, you won't be in isolation. Sometimes they'll feel depressed and they'll sit. To my knowledge, we had micro teaching in the first semester actually earlier. So what happened was, many of the students who came for, many won't like and they'll come for PA. So first semester itself we had the micro teaching. So we criticize them in the name of developing skills. We will be recording, we will be showing that, all those things. And some students will be outperforming the others. This causes some problems in the students, some kind of mental tension among the students. And from my experience I'm talking, many students discontinued the course and they went back for MSc or some other, because fresh graduates from BSc, they find it very difficult to do, and the criticisms, every teacher won't criticize in a, creative criticisms may not happen. You are not doing this, why are you not doing this? Such questions makes them a little restless. So then I thought, really it was my thought, and I was talking to the then HOD, I was saying, yeah, we are autonomous, so we have the rights. Can we shift this micro teaching to second semester? And she told, why? Ma'am, let's have a trial. And then we shifted to second semester. Some of my students are there. You had in second semester? Yes. So it was shifted to second semester and we didn't have these dropouts, the discontinuation problem. Because in first semester itself they are okay, by the end of first semester they can face anything. Suddenly when they come and if we are pushing them into micro teaching, that was a terrible thing. So just like this is an action research actually. But it worked out. So just like this, in the name of training, we are giving a lot of academic pressures. Should not be. They should enjoy BEd and they should love this profession and they should come. For that, the teacher preparation program should be like that. The curriculum should be like that. So, the final one that I have noted one is, the teaching profession itself is facing an identity crisis. I told you, ancient time gurus were revered like anything, but now the total situation is changed. Across many countries, teaching is no longer seen as an attractive or respectful profession. Many reasons are there. Maybe the aided institutions and the government salaried people may not find with remuneration, but others, the salary is less, they may feel very difficult because workload is more. Not only teaching, they have to look into the different practical aspects too. Limited professional growth opportunities. And as I told you, increasing workload, contribute to decline in enrollment. Why can't I go for some IT sector so that I can enjoy? Why should I be in this teacher education and then struggle like this? So a thought is there. Even when we say I'm doing B.Ed, we don't have a value sometimes. My students used to feel. Even I have felt that education of B.Ed, they will say. But if I say I'm an MSc physics person, physics are. The same physics person is being coming for the B.Ed, but physics are. Avlo kashtam they talk. Avlo kashtam, adavada kashtam is B.Ed. But when you say B.Ed, chaatu tuki nadakranga. They will take all those materials. So we teacher educators should think of that, and we should revolutionize this, and everyone should feel that no, teaching is such a respectful profession. We have to change the way, the students will be carrying all these things to the school, and the teachers and the mentors in the school think, oh, they have come with this. We are not using this. These people will use, and we will lose our name. That thinking is also there. But I used to ask my students, don't think of those things. You do your best in the schools. Let them say anything. They'll say they're not allowing us to use these materials. No problem, somehow you use it. At least for revision, for your recapitulation, you can use it. So, such things are happening. So, it's very important that there should be a proper connection between the teacher education preparation institutions and the schools. Only then, it was the intention of having the internship for more days and 2 years program. 1 year was changed to 2 years. But still the same thing is happening. Vision was there, but whether it is applied correctly is a question mark. You know, there is a growing demand, a global shortage of qualified teachers. As per UNESCO, over 69 million teachers are needed to achieve universal education by 2030. 69 million. So to overcome these challenges, I've told some of the challenges. You'll be listening to a lot of people with different ideas. This is a gist of what I could think. And to overcome that, I told you have to bridge the gap between the teacher education institution and the school. And you have to elevate the status of the teacher's profession. That's very important. And the teacher education program should be made more accessible, affordable, and inclusive. Provide continuous professional development. That's very much needed. And more of international collaboration is needed. We are with the small well. We have to jump out of it, and we have to think and see what's happening around us, at least in our nation what's happening, then to the global level. We have to think, and more of collaborations, we have to share the best practices. Internet is there, get the best practices from the different countries. You can apply it, if possible, to the extent whatever you are possible. At least when you become teachers, you can apply, even if you are not allowed as a student teacher. So you have to do it. And real strengthening of partnership between the government, universities, and the schools to align the teacher preparation with classroom realities is very much needed. So we have to collectively work. Only then we can overcome these challenges. So as another important thing, as a teacher, we should be patriotic. We should be following the principles of patriotism, unity, and integrity. That is very important. Patriotism doesn't mean simply saluting the national flag or simply singing the national anthem. It should be in your blood. Make your students also to be patriotic towards the country. That's very important. That's the role of a teacher that has to be taken care of. And as an educator, let your classroom be a miniature model of the ideal nation where every student will learn to appreciate the truth. Every student will learn to appreciate your classroom so that you will feel very happy. Don't you feel that? After a very good classroom, when you come out, don't you feel the vibrations? You become so healthy. Yes? Even if you are sick, if you are having a passion towards teaching, if you enter the classroom, you will forget about your diseases. You will enjoy like anything, and when you come out, you will feel, I've done something. And you know, when you're not preparing and going to class also, you will somehow manage the classroom. But when you come out, you can identify that you didn't do it properly. Don't you? So it's very important that as a teacher candidate or as a student teacher, you have to prepare well. Even Dr. Radhakrishnan, I heard that he used to prepare 5 to 6 hours for 1 hour class. When he prepares for 5 hours, how much hours we should prepare? Such a legend is doing that. Right? So it's my humble request that Read well. Don't depend upon what the teacher says in the classroom. You can read, you can get more knowledge and use different strategies of teaching in the classroom and be a unique teacher. So that even if that is there not in curriculum, don't worry, you take it and you apply it, and 100% I am sure that teacher education will become an attractive program where students will be opting for that. It's in your hands, my dear delegates. So with these words, I take this opportunity to thank the whole Kamadenu Educational Institutions for inviting me to give the inaugural address. Even though there is a stalwart there, Dr. Vishwanath Abhasa, I was very happy to see him also. And it's a really pleasure to meet you and say something, at least 1 or 2 points can enter your brains and you will implement it with that hope. Thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.